Now, one of the things that we know is that so many of the EV companies have been forming strategic partnerships with NIO, whether building NIO battery swapping station and charging infrastructure or just connecting into the charging infrastructure. You will know that as it stands, the NIO charging infrastructure is open to everyone who would want to use their charging infrastructure. And NIO has said this side of the business, when you look into the NIO Power charging infrastructure, they are profitable. The only business under Neo Power that is still not profitable is battery swapping station, which it will soon be also profitable, because one thing that we're seeing is that the more Neo sell their cars is the more we see users coming and wanting to subscribe to bus utilizing Neo's battery swapping station, which is for that reason that the average daily swaps is now sitting over or somewhere between 75 and 80,000 per day. I mean, first quarter, this number was around 60,000, and to see it now at 75 to 80,000 battery swaps per day, it shows you the kind of progress we are seeing the more Nio sell their cars. I mean, today we saw Nio announcing their partnership with Chery when it comes to, of course, integrating or connecting their charging infrastructure onto the Chery app. We know that Nio and Chery already have a battery swapping station partnership, but this one, it's more of Chery connecting, making sure that all of their users can easily access, can easily see the Nio chargers on their maps, which makes sense because Nio, it is the company with most charging infrastructure. These EV companies are not just doing these strategic partnerships when it comes to connecting their to the Nio chargers. They know that Nio, it is the charging infrastructure maniac, and therefore it would make sense for them to connect the Nio chargers onto their apps to make it easier for all of their EV users to easily find Nio chargers. So yeah, it is another good partnership which will allow Nio to also generate more. You will know that 80% of Nio's charging infrastructure, I mean, you will know that Nio currently has over 23,000 chargers which are currently in China, and they still plan on aggressively deploying this infrastructure because they see the potential that lies within this new energy vehicle market. I mean, one of the things that we are seeing in China is that the NEV penetration, it is showing us that new energy vehicle car market, it is going to be so massive in China in a way that a lot of people won't even think about going to buy gas cars, but rather they will think of going to buy electric vehicles. I mean, today, and the Nio CEO was doing a talk where he highlighted that in the future there will be 100,000 battery swapping stations. And the reason why he mentioned this number is because to date, or in China today, there are around 100,000 gas stations. So he's saying that the total number of battery swapping station is going to be or reach the number of total gas stations in China, which at the moment is 100,000. He said that that will happen in the future, and when that happens, I mean, you have to realize the potential that lies within battery swapping station, because one swapping station is able to store 20,000 kilowatts. And with those 100,000 battery swapping stations, it means that now you have to multiply that 20,000 kilowatts that gets stored by one battery swapping station with 100, which will then give you 2 billion kilowatts. So with 100,000 battery swapping station, Nio will be able to store 2 billion kilowatts of power, which, ladies and gents, this shows you the potential that lies within battery swapping station. And I will say it again, I've said it before, that battery swapping station, it is not only a technology that helps the Nio users, those that have partnered with Nio to go and swap the batteries in their car, but it is also a technology that helps the Chinese government, or that helps China as a whole. Because in a case where there is no power, there is no electricity, or there is electricity shortage, battery swapping station is able to give back or put back the power back into the grid to stabilize it. I mean, you know that these battery swapping stations, how they work. To those that might still don't know how they charge the batteries inside, they only charge those batteries when the demand of power is low. When the demand of power is high, the battery swapping station are not charging, or this battery swapping station of NIO are not charging the batteries inside. They wait for the time where the demand for power is low, and then they charge these batteries, which is something that is pretty exciting. So yeah, imagine this. Oh, once we see NIO having 100,000 battery swapping stations, the kind of revenues they will be generating. I mean, one thing that the Nio CEO also outlined is that the construction of battery swapping station cannot be compared by the amount or by the tons and tons of money that you have to spend when you are building one gas station. The construction of those two can be even compared, because battery swapping station, it's way cheaper than building or deploying a new gas station. So I'm happy, man. I'm excited, and so many of the big companies, EV makers, especially, they are seeing the potential that lies within the NIO stock. They see the potential that lies within battery swapping station, and those that are persevering, those that are staying long and strong onto the NIO stock, guess what is going to happen? We are going to definitely be rewarded. Blue sky is coming. You heard it. We continue telling you this. It's one of the slogans that I always utter in each and every video, because this is what we are going to see. I mean, in NIO right now, you can imagine the kind of battery swaps that they are completing with just 2,500 battery swapping station, which per day it's 75,000 battery swaps. Imagine the kind of swaps they will be completing when they get to 100,000 battery swapping station, and the EV penetration in China by that time, let's say it's at 95% or 98%. You can imagine the kind of cars that will be utilizing NIO's battery swapping station to swap the battery in their car. This is just so amazing, and it shows you the potential that lies within the NIO stock. NIO is a company, or it's a big giant in the making, and those that are persevering, of course, throughout the headwinds or investing for the long term onto this stock, will definitely be rewarded. And that's a showcase, man. And it's a company that is doing so well, and these partnerships that they continue getting will help them build massive infrastructure, or continuing aggressively building massive infrastructure in China. Otherwise, with all that, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming. Do your own due diligence, because this stock is quite volatile. As I'm doing this video right now, NIO is down 3%, which shows you the kind of volatility that you find onto this stock. But this does not mean that the momentum for surging maybe it's killed. Remember, the market does not always go in a straight line. It goes down, up, goes down. By the in the long term, we all know that NIO, it's a company that will shoot up towards the all-time high, and that is $66.99. So we look forward. Blue sky is coming. Do your own due diligence, and God bless you all.